It is February 20th, 2018. This is the Watchman News, and I'm Mike Callahan. In the news lately is a lot about school violence and whatnot. Also in the news is a lot about different things going on related to firearms and all that. As a matter of fact, even today, there was executive action taken, to ban bump stocks, actually, which has no bearing on anything like that. But USA Today posted this: Trump takes executive action to ban bump stocks that increase weapons firepower, which, by the way, they don't increase the firepower, they just increase the rate at which you can fire. But anyway, again, that's going to be a stepping stone for much broader laws, if not the total ban of different types of firearms and whatnot. But this is a different subject altogether, right? We often hear people talk about banning pencils and pens for misspelled words, or banning forks and spoons for being overweight. And along with that argument, we commonly hear about banning knives, right? Because of any time there's a knife attack. Well, apparently, there was an attempted knife attack at a school on a security officer. And so I'm going to go ahead and flip over to that, and we're going to read the story here. Security officer stabbed at a Washington local school Tuesday. The article reads as this: Chief Crowell says Officer Craig Hanna was stabbed with a steak knife just after 9 a.m. at Jefferson Junior High School, but uninjured in the attack. According to the police report, Officer Hanna heard a knock on his office door. As he opened the door that swings outward, he at first did not see anyone. Officer Hanna then stepped out into the hallway and observed a boy standing to the left of the door. Officer Hanna then felt what he described as a poke in his abdominal area, and then saw a metal object fall to the ground and noticed it was a knife. The report states that Officer Hanna then placed the boy in handcuffs and escorted him to the office. While in the office, the boy told Officer Hanna, "I want to kill you because I don't like you," followed by, "I didn't think the knife would break, and if I stabbed you, I would be on the news and be famous," according to the police report. Now that's concerning. That is very concerning, and it's concerning on many different levels, actually. I mean, that's just there's a lot to take in with that. With that one little paragraph, there is so much to take in. Continuing on, according to the police report and Chief Crowell, Officer Hanna was wearing a protective vest, and that caused the steak knife to break at the handle when it made contact with his body. Officer Hanna did not require medical attention during the incident, but did have a small cut where the skin broke on his abdomen. Chief Crowell says the attacker was a 13-year-old boy who was a student at the school. Lucas County Juvenile Prosecutor Lori Olander says the 13-year-old is charged with assault on a police officer. He will be in juvenile court Wednesday morning. So, very interesting indeed. I'm taking real issue with that statement. If I stabbed you, I would be on the news and be famous. Wow. I mean, I'm assuming that statement was made, and that the statement it's true that it was made, and wow. That is crazy on so many different levels, folks. So many different levels, right? We need to teach our children that, just attention is not good. Because negative attention is easy to get, much easier than positive attention. In fact, in today's society, a lot of times when you do something positive, you will be criticized for it. You'll be ridiculed for it, right? And it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And it goes back to what I've been saying for a long time here, that, if we want anything to change, we first have to change it in our own hearts and minds. We have to start there. There's no other choice. We have to start within our hearts and our minds. And that means every one of this. Earlier today on the live show, I was talking about how, there's a lot of uncomfortable truths in all of this. a lot of things that we have to face as a society, like all the gossip, like all the negativity, like all the lying, right? These are things that we have to face, and that each of us as individuals have to address and work on. But it's not a comfortable truth, especially when a society has gotten so out of hand like it has, and people have been so free to just throw anything out there, whether it's true or not, and just run with it. So we have to face these uncomfortable truths, and then we can start to address them after we face them. And most importantly, we have to be good role models for the children, right? And that includes with the media that they see on the television and everything else. We have to make a substantial change in our homes, in our hearts, in our minds, and then we can move forward. See, because it's not about gun control, it's not about knife control, it's not about fork and spoon control or pencil and pen control. It's not. It's about self-control.